Here's how you can adapt the School Analytics free program so that it shows Key Stage 3, 4 and 5 as well. You've probably noticed that as a default, it only shows early years, Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2. It's pretty straightforward. What you need to do is go over to this fields section here and expand pupils. It might not be expanded the first time you look at it, so expand it, allow it to drop down, because what that will give us is a list of all the columns that are in the report. And the important one to look for is this one called key stage here. See, it's got a symbol next to it, which is basically 4 squares. That indicates that it's a grouping. It's a grouping of year groups in this particular case. Click on the 3 dots to one side and then find the option that says Edit Groups. And if you're a secondary school, you'll find that the existing groups are here, early years, Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2, and they may or may not have pupils in them. But what you will undoubtedly find is we have some ungrouped values. These are the year groups that aren't in one of the existing groups. So all we need to do is basically create a group called Key Stage 3 and put year 7, 8 and 9 into it. So I'm going to choose year 7, click the mouse. Now hold down the control key and click 8 and 9. You see that this button which says group is now highlighted. I can click on group and it groups them all together. And it gives them a default name of 7, ampersand 8, ampersand 9. Well, I want that to say Key Stage 3. And then I'm going to go to year 10 and year 11 and do exactly the same thing, control clicking them there, click on group, and we'll call this one Key Stage 4. And then finally, we'll do the same for year 12 and 3 and call them Key Stage 5. And you can call them, of course, whatever you want. So now that creates these groups, and now the graphs will update themselves. And you can see now that all my graphs now have the extra key stages within them. I'm using some test data here, so I've not got very many pupils in those particular key stages, but they are now there, and you should now be good to go. Oh, before I forget, one tip about creating these key stage groups. I think it is possible to reorganize them once you've created them, but notice that when I did the demonstration a few moments ago, I created Key Stage 3 first, then Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5. I've sometimes had problems putting these in the right order once I've created them, but I find if I create them in the right order, the latest one is always added to the bottom of this list and the graphs are displayed in this particular order. So if in doubt, just do them in key stage order, starting with early years and going all the way through to Key Stage 5. And if you have to, delete them and start again. Don't worry, if you're deleting anything on this box, you're not deleting any real data. These are just groups that you can always recreate later on if you need to. Hope that helps.